What's up, guys? I got another just ranting video here. You might hear some cicadas or some traffic outside, but I'm here in the garage and I'm thinking of why catch wrestling isn't more popular. And I came up with this already when I was at the Snake Pit trip in California with Josh Barnett and Eric Paulson and wrestlers from England and CSW and stuff. And I'd realized everyone there and everyone in the tournament pretty much, not even pretty much, was over 30. And as grapplers, that's not young. It's not super young. And it made me realize catch wrestling is a fucking man's sport. That's why it was older dudes. And why isn't it popular as other styles? Well, the story of it is catch wrestling was the father style of folk style and all these other styles of wrestling and pro wrestling before it became fixed and fake. It was catch, pin or submit matches, and they took the submissions out and made folk style wrestling. So once catch wrestling kind of became watered down in other styles of wrestling, and then the real practice became more fixed and, theatrical, it went out of practice and only survived in like little niche spots and went over to Japan. There was a tradition of people doing it in England, but especially in America, it kind of fell out. And jiu-jitsu is extremely popular. It's a lot more passive. You can be a lot, more chill or lazy with it. The nature of playing guard and being able to go to your back versus fighting a pin, it's much more frantic and difficult and kind of grindy than jiu-jitsu in some ways. The mentality, it's straight up harder. The dudes who did this type of shit were like farmers, miners. They battled it out after a long day in the coal mines in England, Wales, Ireland, Scotland. And in America, they were like farmers or railroaders and would just beat the crap out of each other and take on all comers after a long day of physical labor. So it's a rough sport. It's a rough man's sport. It's not, the same spirit. And I'm not even hating on jiu-jitsu. I'm a jiu-jitsu black belt. I have trained jiu-jitsu and competed in jiu-jitsu for years. I work at jiu-jitsu gyms. I do jiu-jitsu regularly. Jiu-jitsu is like the yielding side of grappling in a way, if you will, like the going with the flow, the soft, defensive side of grappling. Not even soft in a bad way, but just learning to, flow, go with the resistance, versus where catch wrestling is kind of just impose your will. Obviously, there's different styles within each, but the mentality is kind of in the name too. Catch as catch can. Catch whatever you can. Grab a limb and crank it. Grab a submission, put him on his back. Just go for the kill. Be aggressive. And I think that does appeal to some, but it also wards off some. And they're both valuable. But as far as noticing that, yeah, catch wrestling is definitely more of a man's thing. And everyone there was older, and everyone that you see that's kind of into it is older and a little rougher. But I think it will pick up in popularity. Wrestling and jiu-jitsu are kind of bound to fuse anyway. And the fact that that's already been there as like a, somewhat forgotten style is a little ironic, but it's definitely going to come back. You're going to see it more. You're going to see it in my promotion. You're going to see it in other promotions. All styles of wrestling kind of coming back to the forefront. But that's it for this one. Like, subscribe, share. See you guys in the next one.